Nigeria's Transportation Minister Rotimi Amechi has asked Nigerians to contribute funds for the medical treatment of victims who were aboard the bombed Kaduna train. People's Gazette on Monday reported that bandits detonated explosives to crash the Abuja-Kaduna train with 1,000 passengers on board. The bombing resulted in several casualties and fatalities, with many passengers missing and unaccounted for by the Nigeria Railway Corporation (NRC). Mr. Amechi, who visited the victims at 44 Nigeria Army Reference Hospital in Kaduna on Wednesday, commended the benevolence of the Nigerian Army, who had been treating them for free. The CMG and I have been talking. According to Amechi, the Army has not charged one kobo on any patient, and they have given the maximum medical treatment that they can give to any patient, explained the minister. Mr. Amechi then made a passionate plea to Nigeria to donate money for the victims' treatment in order to reduce the financial burden on the Army's hospital management. They said they have only 7 patients left and the rest have been discharged. The ministry and I think the federal government are grateful to the Nigeria Army for providing such services. But one thing I have said to the Nigerian people is to liaise with the hospital management and see how much they can contribute to the treatment of the patients, said Mr. Amechi. He further explained that the hospital management had summoned the services of medical experts to dislodge a bullet in the heart of one of the victims, thereby stressing that funds were needed to pay the experts and buy the required medication for the recovery of the victims. Obviously, those drugs are not manufactured here. The experts they are bringing from outside doesn't work with the Army, so they definitely have to pay them. We will try as much as possible to see what contributions we can make to the management of the hospital to assist in taking care of the patients. These people, they are something else. You are thanking the Army, but you cannot tax you and your government. You are thanking the Army, but you are tasking the Nigerian people who are still suffering, that you have impoverished their lives. You are telling them to come and contribute. You are not even supposed to be saying that in the first place. But when it comes to your own funding, you want to go to anywhere in the world to go and borrow money. And come to think of it, and somebody said, and I even remember again to say it now, that even the train that we are talking about, do you know that we borrowed money for that project? And now, even before now, most of the things used for those projects are even substandard stuff, because at the end of the day, you see that they are getting spoiled. Not to talk of now that the bandits are even destroying them. And we borrowed money for those purposes. How are we going to pay back? Even Nigerians do not even have trust in what they have done, because the project is supposed to pay for itself, but that is not even the case. They are still borrowing money to service loan. Who does that? Now we are still, it's going to be double wahala for the Nigerian people. If you want to borrow money for your own lifestyle, for Buhari to go to wherever, for the senators and all of you who are politicians, you go and borrow money and be paying yourselves. But now Nigerians who are suffering, who have suffered because of your negligence concerning insecurity, you are telling Nigerian people to come and donate money. Go and borrow money and treat them. Treat the people. Don't call Nigerians. Nigerians they have suffered enough. What is government going to do? But when you want to rehabilitate Boko Haram, you want to pay them heavily, you want to give them whatever you want to give them. No, you are not going to be calling anybody. You go and get the money and do that to them. The same insecurity you have not been able to tackle is what has led us to where we are today. There's supposed to be whether national emergency or state of emergency or whatever. With what happened, a whole 1,000 people were affected, and everybody just believes as if behaving as if nothing happened. Do you know what it means? We are talking of 1,000 people. Now, it's even from him saying 1,000. From what we heard before was 970, 930 or so. Whether it is 2 people or 3 people or whatever, it was a national disaster. National disaster. But Buhari will not be angry when it comes to all those things. But those who are calling for the separation of Nigeria, and meanwhile, invariably is the one who does not believe in Nigeria. So They are calling Nigerians now to come and donate money. Why are you calling Nigerians? You shouldn't do that. Because if you had done the needful, we will not be where we are today. We will not be where we are today. We were talking about this insecurity last 3 years, last 2 years, last year, some months ago. We kept on saying the same thing over again. And we are still saying the same thing. We keep saying the same thing. And nothing is being done. Things are getting worse on a daily basis. But they are not bothered. The only thing they will tell you, oh, we received this with a root shock. Oh, we are going to deal with the perpetrators. Oh, we are going to bring them to book. Forget it. Nothing. Unfortunately, those who are affected, they will have a better stories to tell. And the worst part of it now again is that we don't even know who is who. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. Not at all. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. That is the truth of the matter. No matter how you want to put it, everybody just looking behind his shoulder, behind his or her shoulder. Who is going to happen? If they had told those people who were affected on that train that day that it will happen, no, they wouldn't have believed it. They didn't even know that it was going to get to their turn. And there's insecurity all over the place. And recently, one of the APC chieftains, who Tinubu's wife was accusing, that are you a PDP person, who was complaining about the insecurity in this country, the man has come out that there's need to shut down the National Assembly because of what he uses it, because of Buhari's incompetence. I don't know whether this Buhari is juju. Everybody, they're just afraid of him. Why? And the reason why they are afraid of it, some of them, some of the people who are not even politicians, some of them are corrupt. They don't want to say anything. And the ones who are not even corrupt, who do not even have skeletons in their cupboards, they are afraid because before you could say they are corrupt, that they will use the DSS, they will use all of those to go after you. Everybody is quiet. The rate at which people protested during the last administration before APC came on board, it was alarming. And what happened then, we can't even equate it with what is happening now, and yet people cannot even talk. The situation we have at hand now is terrible, is worse, but people cannot come out. Now they have accused the OBS, they've accused Âťťâçk Buhari because everybody was coming out because they had that freedom of making their opinions known, coming out on the street. But now that is not the same issue. Now it's not the same thing. People come out to bash the but a lot of people are still speaking no matter what. Not be everybody now you go feel babble, not be everybody you go feel lock up. And that is why Nnamdi Kanu, Shiwore and the likes of them are still in custody because they are speaking the truth. Unfortunately, Nigerians don't even, majority of Nigerians, not all Nigerians, we should be fair to some people. Majority of Nigerians are not even seeing it, and they are still blaming them that you want to unseat a democratically elected government. Well, I don't even want to say much because it's tiring. But what do? We can't keep quiet. We'll continue to say it until when we get the desired result. So guys, leave your comment down there below and let's have your take. Thank you.